Hey guys, good morning from Alexa's Ranch. I'm just hanging out with my boys here to start my day. And the project for today that I want to get done today is that I want to replant and organize my raised bed planter that I have right in front of my house. So the Hurricane Milton came in and destroyed my plants. It wasn't actually the wind, it was the salt that came with the wind that just covered my leaves. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hey, Bachi. Hey. So this is the raised bed that I'm talking about today. You can see this is right in front of my house. And it's nice to have that because I can just step out and, pick my basil or whatever I need for cooking. And so this has sort of become the dumping ground for everything. I have some of my little seedling pots here. There's little bits purple ball that he never plays with. And yeah, so it's almost too embarrassing to show, but I wanted to show you the before so we can make it nice today. Hope my little wavy petunia looks quite sad. We had a bad storm here last night. So before we start our project, I'm going to quickly run to the store with you to pick up some basil pots. I hope we find some. Because I've gone through all my basil, and I did buy some seeds the other day for the garden, but they take forever and especially when you wait for them. So let's see if we can find some pots. So we are at Walmart, and this is what they have here for basil. It's a little leggy, but we can cut that down. Let's go check out the grocery section, what they have there. Look what I just found. It's like a white, purplish dahlia on sale, $4. And they have so many of them. I should never stop by here, but I always do, of course, so I think I need to grab a cart. So I'm gonna be good. I'm just gonna get these two here. Look how pretty. They do really, really well in my area. They grow like weed, so yeah. So let's go back and focus on our basil. Okay, so no organic basil plants here in my area that I could find. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plant my seeds, not today, but let's go home, back to the ranch and start our project. Good morning, guys. So it's the next day here at the ranch. Yesterday when I came back from my Walmart basil plant search, I had a surprise visit, and then I cooked for all of us, and the day sort of went away. So let's get this project started today. It's a beautiful morning. We have maybe 70 degrees or so. It's nice and cool. We're still in the shade. So let's get started. Some strong descendants of the Roman Empire. This soil gets so heavy when it's wet, and we're having the rain here yesterday. So anyway, so I got everything cleaned up, and you want to make sure that your soil is, you pick out all the old roots and everything from your prior plantings. You want to make sure that your soil is all loose and crumbly. I'm going to show you what I mean, and I was able to save some from the old soil, which is always a good thing. So let me show you. Okay, so this is how your soil should look. See how it's like nice and crumbly and fluffy. So for my rosemary, I have this container here by the hay shed for the boys. I am just going to relocate this one here and just plant him over into my herb container. Look at this little guy here in my Cosmo. Oh. My Cosmos are doing so well. Everything is doing so well, but look at how tall some of these are getting. I think it's the XL version. Look at this. So pretty. So that's what I'm going to do now, dig up my rosemary, and then I'll be back. This is the way you do this. You take the bottom off, cut the top off, and then just stick it in the ground. So here are the scallions I'm going to use, and a little tip for you: if you don't use them all, you know how you buy that bundle at the store, you just place them in a glass of water and look at all the nice roots they're growing. You'll never have to buy scallions again, even if you don't have an herb container. You just place them in a glass. And look at this one. I used this one, and then I placed him. The light is not so good. I apologize. Place them in a glass, and look at all the nice roots. And the top is growing, so I hope this helps you. So these are the ones I'm going to plant in my herb container. So this was my basil that I had in a pot in the kitchen. I gave it a nice haircut so it can focus on new growth. And then my scallions from the glass from my kitchen window I planted out here. And then here's the rosemary that we relocated from the hay shed. And I have some basil seeds here. And I like to dampen a paper cloth. So first of all, I can pick up and see my seeds better. And they also don't fly away in the wind. So I'm just going to plant these here in front of the other basil, and I'm just going to plant them here in the soil, not in a little container, and we'll just see how it goes. So, and the last plant for today is mint. Now this one was in a very shady spot. I gave it a little bit of a haircut so I can focus on growth. And make sure when you plant mint, don't plant it with other plants because the mint spreads so fast it's going to make your head spin. So make sure the container that you're planting mint in has no holes in the bottom, or just place a saucer under it. So this one has no holes because I don't want this to take over my whole planter. So I'm going to water everything in, and then we need to focus on the big project and organize all our pots. Okay, so we got our rosemary, the scallions, the basil, and the mint all ready to go, and we're going to do more planting here, but at least we got it cleaned up. We got new soil in, and we got it started. And here's how my little terracotta pots look. At least I got the small ones organized. It looks so much better. And I had the camera on. I thought I had the camera on. I was going to videotape this for you, but I didn't. So anyway, this is how it looks. There's a little gecko down there. Can you see him? So thank you guys for joining me today. I had so much fun. I'm so glad we got this started. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.